What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building. You see the star right here. You seeing the star in the back. You know we repping every day, all night. We getting ready for that training camp. But like I told you, it's summertime, so we getting all those good high school interviews in, and we got a lot of ballers that we've already interviewed. I got another baller right here, and we're gonna have a great interview. And reason why I'm excited about this particular interview because he went to my old high school. He gonna be turning up this year in this senior season. So without further ado, I got Mr. SirRece Weaver coming from the Reynoldsburg Raiders. If before we jump in the interview, give a little bit of a snippet of your background, and then let's jump right into it.
So I'm SirRece Weaver. I'm in the class of 2024. I go to Reynoldsburg. I'm a wide receiver / I can play safety. I can play anywhere. But anywhere you need me, I just try to go out there and ball and do what I need to for my team and try to get us the win.
Well, we like hearing that, number one, but we're going to jump on it right quick. So first of all, like I said, I love the name. All right. So how did that name originate? And, shout out to my former school, Reynoldsburg Raiders, once again. But how did that name originate?
From basically my dad's name is the same thing, but it's just spelled differently.
Uh-huh.
My mom and my dad's name is spelled S-E-R, and she just didn't like that. She liked the first Sir part, so she changed it. So, yeah, basically, it's just that.
So when you're at school, do they just call you sir?
They just call me Reese.
Oh, okay. They can just call you Reese. All right, I like that. All right, so it's your senior season. Now, y'all came off a rough, 2022, had a little bit of struggles last season. But what are some of the expectations coming into your last and final season? And maybe kind of tell me what's the pulse of the team right now?
Everything. We want everything. We don't want anything to be like last season. We're trying to get everything focused on this season and just run and get everything right. We've been going down into the details of every route, every play, everything all around, all the players. And we just want everything to be right. And our biggest pulse is just we all having fun playing football. And we love each other. We love the game. And we just want to go out there and have fun and play football and win.
Like hearing that. Sounds like there's a lot of unity going on with the team right now. Do you have a lot of upperclassmen on the team?
I think there's like 12, 13 of us.
Okay, so you got a lot of so you got a young team then, right?
We got just 12, 13 seniors.
Okay. So it's basically your time. Y'all need to be the forefront. You guys need to set the standard. So I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do coming into this season. So you just mentioned you were a two-way player, and you said you play anywhere. So I mean, you play receiver, you play safety. I was going to ask, will that continue this season? But obviously it is. Now I want to ask you: do you consider yourself more of an offensive guy or defensive guy, from your perspective?
Definitely more offensive. Definitely.
Okay. Have you always been playing offense, receiver, that position?
My whole life. I used to be a running back. Just run, give me the ball and just let me run. But when we got higher in the age, I turned into a wide receiver, catch the ball, all of that. And
what do you really like? What do you really like about receiver?
I just love running. I love getting open, making myself get open, catch the ball, and just run. I love route running. I love all of that. Just getting the open, catching the ball, and go score.
All right. Now, do you consider yourself a nice, a nice route runner? Is that one of your specialties?
It is.
Oh, okay. That's good, because guess what? There's a lot of kids that don't know how to run routes.
Really?
A lot of them do not run routes. And the quicker you know how to run that route tree, the more effective you're going to be, and the quicker you'll probably get on that field, honestly. You know what I mean?
Really?
So that's exciting right there. Now, what personally do you want to build on with this being your last hurrah as far as you as a player?
Me as a player, getting everything that I messed up on last year, I want that to be right this year. I don't want anything like that's what I'm saying. I go out and I work on the things that I messed up on in the past, so I don't have the mistakes anymore. I just want everything to be right, so we can all be right and win, have a great season, and ball.
Okay. Now, you said stuff that you kind of wanted to improve on and what you wanted to get right from last year. What do you feel like that you were kind of maybe hindered you last year that you said you really want to focus on this season?
Being more into things. Like just actually get my craft, being more into my craft in the work.
Got you. I definitely understand that. Now, I was reading on your Twitter, and you're a solid 4'4" guy. I see you also run track. And I notice a lot of kids that I've been interviewing have track in their background. I used to run track as well. Is that something that you've been doing most of your high school career?
I've been doing that all my life since the 4th grade. I've been running track. Last year was the first year I took a moment. I paused just because I was going through. I was into football more. I was more getting into the weight room, trying to bulk up. So I just took that
right
off, but I'm coming back this year.
Got you. Now, what do you feel like track helps you, and how does it translate in your own words to your game?
Stamina, and it gets you faster. That's real. It really does get you faster, but the most important thing is the stamina from that off season.
Right, definitely. Now, what events do you run in track?
The 1, the 2, 4x1, 4x2 mainly. Do a little bit.
That's fun. That's funny because I read the same thing, dog. I read the same thing. That's where they put me. I did a little long jump too. They did want me to do the hurdles. I said, nah, I ain't doing that because I ain't gonna lie. I was a little paranoid about going over that hurdle, hitting that ground. I seen too many people when I was doing it, catching them face things, and I was like, I don't feel like eating track, so I'm gonna just go ahead and stay away from them hurdles. You feel what I'm saying, big dog? Now, we are very excited because you just posted on your Twitter you got your first offer from the Tiffin University. Obviously, we feel like more are going to come. But what type of school are you looking forward to attend? And also, do you want to play both sports? I mean, you love track. You've been doing it since you were young. If a school came and offered you football and track, would you do both?
I would. I really would. But I would like to attend a school that has my major. I want to be a mechanical engineer when I grow up. So if football doesn't work out, that was going to be my after plan to be I just love cars, and I always wanted to build them, and mechanical engineering just right thing for me.
That's nice. I love hearing that. So you said that's the forefront. So how long you been doing the car thing? Have you been working on cars, and how long you been doing that?
My whole life. Me, my grandpa, my whole life, just cars. I love it every day. You see me walking down the street, I'm probably watching a YouTube video about some type of car.
Nice. So, hey, that's really exciting. I've been excited because I haven't really heard, when I talk to a lot of the kids, they tell me different things, but that's one I haven't heard. So I'm really excited to see how you do it. Do you like to build the car, or, what type of things do you really like to do? You work on it, or do you like to build them from the ground up?
I would love both for real. My first dream in life was to be a race car driver, and it sounds crazy, but
no, it sounds crazy at all. That sounds nice.
That was my first real dream, to be a race car driver. I like to just build cars. I would love to build my own. I want a 1969 Dodge Challenger, just build it up straight from the ground. I would put every part into it, every piece of work.
Well, let me tell you something. If you do that, please let me know, because I want to see the finished product, dog, because I feel like it's going to turn all the way up. You know what I'm saying? When you put it together. Now, are you, obviously we're in Ohio. Schools are going to be recruiting you. Are you a homebody? Would you go out of state? What's your kind of thoughts on that?
I would go out of state, because my first big school that I really wanted to go to was LSU, because they have a really good engineering program. That was the first thing I thought about. And the football team is just amazing. Awesome.
Right.
So, yeah, I would go out of state.
I like hearing that. Actually, my cousin is at LSU right now. His name is Ryan Yates. He was a 4-star safety out of Texas. He's out there right now. He graduated early, so he could get to camp early. So I'm excited, you know what I mean? Because this is our first family person. We've had a lot of sports figures, but we haven't had somebody hit the Division I ranks, and he's over there at LSU. So we over there geek, like, boy, we hear them Yates boys getting announced in them games. No, we gonna be geek. So that's exciting, because LSU is turning up. And they get quite a few. They recruit some Ohio. They recruit Ohio players. So that's definitely in the works. You know what I mean? For it to happen. So obviously you play receiver. We talked about, your speed and things of that nature, your route running. Are you more of an outside guy, or do you play in the slot? What type of area are you is your expertise right now?
I'm more of a slot guy. I love the slot because it just you can find so many more openings and so many more routes that you can just create your own openings for.
Right. So you got Tiffin on board. You told me you would go out of state. Now, if a school like Michigan, I always throw this out to these Ohio players. I'm gonna throw it out there, big dog. Now, let's say you go crazy this year, crazy, right? University of Michigan come knocking on that door, doop 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 doop. You gonna say no to them?
I'm gonna be happy as can be. I'm gonna be as happy as can be. I can't lie to you.
He gonna be like, hey, I love Ohio, but guess what? Go blue.
Wherever the money at. You feel?
Right. I feel you. So, in your league that you play in, what do you feel like you guys need to do to really take your league this year and then advance in the playoffs? What's some things that you guys need to do as a team to really kind of go from kind of like where you were last year to kind of rise to the top? What's one of the main things you guys need to accomplish this year as a team?
The main thing on that is our discipline. That's exactly what it is. Key thing is our discipline. If we have great discipline coming into the season, we will have a great season. That's all we need.
Got you. Now, obviously, it sounds like you're very self-motivated, and I love hearing that. It sounds like you don't need somebody to push you all the time. You go out there and get it. But I always like to ask all the young men, who kind of motivates you outside of that? Who kind of, when you get up in the morning and, you might be tired, who else out there motivates you to be great?
I can really say my grandpa, because he really taught me from a young age, just have that type of heart and go out there and work and do what you need to do and get things done. He was
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, is there any type of coaches, anything like that's kind of helped you along the way, that's kind of like you can look at that coach or anybody maybe in the field of football that you can look at and say, yeah, they kind of helped me bring my game to another level, and I'm grateful for them as well?
I could say my trainer, Michael Trailer Bennett.
Okay, and why? How long you been training with him?
For about 4 years.
Okay, so y'all got a bond right there right now, right? Sure. Okay. Now, I also like to ask you a few more things before we get up off of here. I also ask all the young men, does anybody in the football ranks, whether it be, college, in the NFL, that you look at that you say, I've kind of patterned my game after? I watch this player. He's somebody that inspires me. When I watch him play, I go out and want to emulate this. Is there anybody in those kind of ranks, whether it be college or the NFL, that you watch that kind of maybe you admire to look at and say, this is where I want to take my game to?
I can say NFL. I can say Tyreek Hill. I can say that.
I can say, hey, you low key got some resemblance for real. Let's keep it all the way real. I ain't even gonna lie right there. Tell me why you like Tyreek Hill though.
He's just like me. He's just fast, a good body type, and he can go up and do what he needs to do, and he gets a lot of yards, and he's fast.
Yeah, I like that. So you said you're a 4.46 laser guy. Where do you want to get your speed at? Let's say by the time maybe you even get to college, where do you want to have your speed at?
I would love to run low 4.3 maybe, 4.2 even maybe. I would love to see as far as I can get, just as fast as I can get.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you get down that 4.3, 4.2 range, you're going to have a lot of people knocking on that door because speed kills and everybody loves it. They can look at the size, but one thing I've noticed, even guys getting into the league, you mentioned Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, those guys, those aren't the biggest guys out there right now, but that speed kills. And what I've been noticing in the NFL, everybody been wanting the tall receivers, the 6'2", the 6'3", the 6'4" guys. But I'm going to tell you something. There's always a place for these smaller guys, especially with the speed and that slot. If you can master that slot, like you're saying, there's always going to be something right there because you're going against the third or fourth cornerback. And if you can blitz them all day, you're going to be turning up. It's going to be all over. Now, I seen you also played a little special teams, punt return, kick return. Tell me about that. Is that something that you chose to do, or is that something where the coaches put you at?
It was something that I chose to do because I always loved it. Because I knew all I had to do was catch and run. So if I do that, I can just find my opening, go score, give me some easy yards, easy stats, easy touchdowns. Just like
Exactly. And that, you know what? That's a place right there. The special teams. People don't talk about special teams enough. Special teams are important because that can change the game. Y'all could be 14-14. It's a big, they punt to you, boom, you take it to the house, break the whole game open. It changes the whole game. So people don't talk about special teams enough, but definitely special teams is there. So is that something that you will look at in college as well before maybe, let's say they were like, we like you at receiver, but we want you to touch the special teams first before you kind of hit that receiver level. How are you feeling about that? Hey, I'm all in. Let me make it happen.
I definitely would do that. I definitely would, just to work my way up from there and get to where I want to be.
Okay. What's your dream school?
Dream school, LSU.
LSU? Give me your second school.
Let's see. I love Clemson.
Okay. I like these days because, most people be saying Ohio State University out here in Ohio, and you ain't even mentioned them. So that's a little throw off, right?
They're definitely up there with me. They're definitely up there. I love that school. That's definitely
okay. Okay. Now, we're getting ready to close here, sir. I'm going to call you sir. Everybody call you Reese, but I'm going to call you sir today. So before we head off here, I just want to ask, anybody you want to give any shout outs to, anybody that you want to say thank you for being there for me, thank you for supporting me. I'll always ask the kids, who do you want to thank that's been out there grinding for you? We know you've been, but who you want to give some shout outs to before we head off here?
My favorite person in my world, the love in my world, my mom. She always been there for me, always had me at practice when I needed to be there. She's always done everything for me, and I love her, and I'm thankful for her being in my life.
Hey, that's awesome. We love the moms, we love the parents, especially when they make those sacrifices to you. Now, has she said that when she's talking to you, has she said, Reese, I want you to stay close to home so I can come to them games, or is she willing to travel too?
She definitely has said that. But she's willing to go.
Right.
However, it is. But she would like me to stay closer, so
she can see her baby boy turn up in school. I love it. Well, hey man, I definitely thank you for your time coming out, taking out your time. I know you're getting ready to hit practice, go kill it out there, hit the weights, or do everything you got to do. But this is what I always tell all the young men before we get off here. Whatever videos you have, if you're doing any kind of workout videos, any kind of tape you can give me, even if it's when we're talking about during the season, if you can get that tape and post it on your Twitter, we love that, because what I do is I put a compilation of all the high school athletes I interview, and then I show their highlights, and then I post all those to recruiting services that I know, teams that I know, because I know a lot of colleges, I know a lot of recruiting services, so I like to give them tape. So as much tape that you can get out there and post it on your Twitter, please do, because I post it on my YouTube, I post on my Facebook, and I post on my Twitter. So all three channels will post everything that you have to show. So as much tape you can get out there, please do, because I'll repost everything for you so we can continue to get your name out there so people can know who SirRece Weaver is, and they can know you about to turn up and take over the world. For real, no matter what it is. So if you don't have anything else, for myself, Big Game James, Mr. SirRece Weaver, who gonna turn up and go crazy this year, you better watch him. Reynoldsburg Raiders, right off my block. Check them out. Big Game James, we out. Talk to you soon. Peace.